Everybody, Christy Wimber here. I just wanted to take a couple minutes today and talk about mental health in the area of chronic pain. And this is an area where I personally, sadly, this is like not what you pick in life, but the last like 5 years for me, and I know many of you will watch this and you've been in pain for 20, 30, 40 years. But for me, the last 5 years where I've just been in so much pain, 3 major surgeries, and so like excruciating pain at times. And I have felt like if, the truth is, if anybody knows me, they know that I believe in healing, but I have felt like the area of healing and does God heal, and how does God heal, and why doesn't God heal has been another thing that's been on the forefront because I'm living it. And when you live something, it becomes personalized, and then you again have to have your theology stretched. You again get, kind of what you believe about God challenged. And for me, that's what it's been. It's frustrating to know that God is healer. His name is Rapha. Healing is not something that God just does. It's who he is. So I believe that when God is present, which he said, when 2 or more are gathered, God is present with us and that he dwells within us. God is present, which means if God's present, then healing is taking place. What we don't understand is why God doesn't fix everything this side of heaven. And chronic pain is one of those things that it changes you. It invades your body. And because I've lived with this, chronic pain is something that not only invades you, it isolates you. And it changes you. It changes the chemistry in your brain. It changes your personality. I mean, it's hard to be nice. It's hard to be nice when you're in a lot of pain. And so there's lots of different challenges that come with it. So I know a lot of people are going to be watching this with the question, like, why hasn't God healed me? And all I can say is, I don't know. I don't understand all of God's ways. I just know that if God's present, something's happening. I just don't understand why, not everything is fixed this side of heaven, but God does. And there's reasons to it, and there's purpose to it. And there is something about when you are in pain or suffering that God is ever so present. And I think the key has to be that we keep asking God, like, would you heal me? Like, I think when we get to the place where we stop asking is when we start getting hopeless. And asking, there's nothing wrong with asking. There's nothing wrong with asking a million times over, Lord, would you heal me? Would you? And see, I've seen healing in different aspects in my own life for many years, but this has been an area where I just think chronic pain in the area of mental health, we have to get a bit more educated in what people are struggling with. And we have to stop as the church fixing everybody. It is not our responsibility to heal everybody. Sorry, that's not. We pray God heals. It's not our responsibility to fix everybody and how they're living, where it's not what God's called us to. And there's nothing worse being around somebody who you feel like all they want to do is fix you. And I think when it comes to church, we have to get smart in this area of healing with our language, because people are suffering in all kinds of different ways. And we definitely see God heal miraculous in all kinds of different settings, but there's countless, which are the majority of people that leave church, that leave meetings, that leave after hearing a teaching very discouraged because they have not been healed. And so we have to have context for both. We have to have context for those that yes, we believe that God heals, but what do we do when we don't see healing right away? Those of you that are living with chronic pain, all I can encourage you in is to have some people around you that keep encouraging you. Don't be ashamed to take your medication. I can't believe how much judgment I've had, like having to take medication. Having to take medication is not a faith issue. I mean, if I had something wrong with my heart, I'd have to take it for my heart. It's not a faith issue. But we have all these kind of judgments, and we don't even realize what we put on people. So you got to have some healthy people around you to encourage you, and you've got to make yourself not live isolated, because when pain is invading your body, you want to isolate, you want to be alone, you want to binge on Netflix. I mean, you just don't want to see anybody or talk to anybody, but you can't isolate, because isolation is deadly. And I really hope those of you that are struggling, or those that love somebody who's struggling, just to hang in there. in the sense where, yes, you need people around you, but also don't give up on the church. Like, it's going to take us a while before we change some language on some things. And chronic pain is one of those, because it is a mental health condition. We all have mental health. But this is most definitely an area in the place of healing where we have to get a little bit wiser in how we communicate to people so they don't feel like something else is wrong with them. So I hope this encourages you today.